So here's how to apply the XML transforms to a set of DynAnet or DynAdjust XML files. So there are a number of the transformations here for different measurement types. So we'll, in the example, show you the vertical angles and horizontal angles. So you'll need a measurement file, you need to have that open, and you're going to need some sort of decent text editor. I use Notepad++. Open up your measurement file. Okay, so now that that's loaded, you can see here that in this particular measurement file we've got there's some horizontal angles here. There's also lots of vertical angles, slope distances, and some leveling as well. So quite a couple of different sort of terrestrial measurement types. So all of the horizontal angles in this file, if you were to look through them, they all have a standard deviation of 20 seconds. And what you can do with the transformations is change all of the horizontal angles in the one file to a different standard deviation. So in this case, I'm going to change the horizontal angle standard deviation for all my measurements, which happen to all be the same in this case. They may not all be the same in your case. It doesn't matter. When you change them, they'll change to all be the same. So to apply the horizontal angle transformation, for example, you are going to need to go up here to plugins in Notepad++ and then XML tools, which I have installed. If you don't have them installed, just go to plugin admin here. Scroll down until you find, well, it's not in my list because I've got it installed, but you would see it down here in XML tools. It shows up like this, XML tools. So you would just need to click it and then click on, so I could do this one. Click install. Notepad++ will shut down and then reload once it's installed. So if you have the XML tools, go to the plugins, XML tools, and then down the bottom here you will find apply XSL transformation. Click that. And then you need to pick the transformation that you want to run. Here's the last one I did. It was the horizontal angles, but I can pick any of the ones I have here. It'll change that particular measurement type. So let's pick the horizontal angle again. And then all you need to do is click transform. Now in my transformation, it's going to change all the angles to be 3 seconds. So if I click transform here, what I'll get is an entirely new file. So the old one is still here, unchanged, and here is the new one. And what you'll notice in here is that the standard deviation of the horizontal angles has changed to be 3 seconds. You can go and check the other ones. Here we go, that one's 3 seconds as well. And let's just make sure it didn't change the vertical angle at the same time. So we can see here that the standard deviation for our vertical angle is still 20 seconds, which is what it was originally. Now, if you want to do another transformation, let's say we wanted to also change the vertical angle standard deviation, we can do that straight away again. You can sort of chain the transformations together here. Pick the XML transformation, XSL transformation again. Oh, I seem to have lost it. There it is. Okay. And then this time you could pick a different transformation to apply. This time you could go vertical angle, and then it will, and we run that. It'll create another output file. So here's the one we just had. Here's our new one. And this time if we look at the vertical angles, we will see that all of those have now changed to have a standard deviation of 3 seconds. Okay, now the way the transformations work is it applies it to the whole measurement file. Any measurement of that type gets a new standard deviation. So you do need to be careful. These really should only be applied to measurements taken from the same instrument at the same time. To be fully rigorous, you shouldn't be applying it to measurements made from different instruments at different times. Okay, so you can always just save that as a new measurement file now with your altered standard deviations. Now, if you would like to use a different value instead of the 3 seconds that I have used, that's quite easy to do as well. These are just text files, so simply open them up in your text editor. They're very simple. You could adapt them for other measurement types if you wanted to. To change the value that's going to be replacing your standard deviation, simply change this value up the top here. So the P replacement, you could make it 5 seconds. Here's the type of measurement that's being replaced. And if you have a look at the files, you'll notice that the only difference between this one for the vertical angles and the one for horizontal angles is a change here. So if you had the inclination, you could probably parameterize this so that you could use one transformation and pass it a variable. So that's how you can alter the values to use in the transformation. So there's transformations for the DynAdjust measurement types V for vertical angle, L for leveling. If we look at this one, you'll notice that here I'm setting all of my leveling height differences to be 1 millimeter. Again, not necessarily the greatest idea rigorously, but it works. And there's the leveling measurement type down here. The other measurement types are the A measurement type for a horizontal angle, and also you can alter a set of directions as well as the direction backside. These are slightly more complex than the others, but again, have a look at them and you can modify them if you like. That is pretty much it.